Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I am Sidra Masood, your biology teacher, and today we will start chapter number 5, which is cell cycle. The points which we are going to discuss in today's lecture are: what are cells, what is cell cycle, different phases of cell cycle, different changes that take place in each phase of cell cycle. First, we will discuss that what are cells. Cells are structural and functional units of our body. Robert Hooke first observed small compartments in cork tree under microscope, and he named them as cells. Cells are basic building blocks of our body. Different cells assemble to form tissues. Different tissues assemble to form an organ, and different organs assemble to form an organ system. The growth of body depends upon the division of cells. There are two types of cells: prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. In case of prokaryotic cells, no membrane-bounded organelle is present. But in case of eukaryotic cells, membrane-bounded organelles are present. Genetic material is present inside the cytoplasm in case of prokaryotic cells, but genetic material is present inside the nucleus in case of eukaryotic cells. The eukaryotic cells are further divided into two types. First one is plant cell, and then the other one is animal cell. In case of plant cell, vacuole is located in the center of cell. But in case of animal cells, nucleus is located in the center of cell. Cell wall is present in plant cells, but it is absent in animal cells. Here you can see the difference between plant cell and animal cell. You can see that a large vacuole is present in the center of plant cell. But in case of animal cell, nucleus is present in the center of cell. Cell wall is present in plant cell, but it is absent in animal cell. Due to these differences, the cell cycle in both cells is different. Now we will discuss about cell cycle. Cell cycle is series of events from the time a cell is produced until it completes mitosis and produce new cells. There are two major phases of cell cycle. First one is interphase, which is actually the preparatory phase. In interphase, cell prepares themselves for division. Interphase is further divided into three phases, and it is the longest phase of cell cycle. The second phase of cell cycle is mitosis, which is also called as M phase. First, we will discuss about the interphase. It is a time when a cell's metabolic activity is very high, as it performs its various functions. Interphase is divided into three phases: G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. First, the cell enters into G1 phase. In G1 phase, cell increases its supply of protein, increases the number of its organelles, cell grows in size, and produces different enzymes which are required for the duplication of chromosome in S phase. Here you can see that in G1 phase, the genetic material of cell is present in loose thread-like form. This form is called as chromatin. After G1 phase, cells enter into S phase. S phase is actually the duplication phase in which cell duplicates its chromosome. When the duplication occurs, each chromosome consists of two sister chromatids. Here you can see that the chromosome consists of two sister chromatids. After S phase, cells enter into G2 phase. In G2 phase, the cells check the duplicated chromosome and perform the repairs if any needed. In G2 phase, cell prepares protein essential for the production of spindle fiber. After G2 phase, cells enters the division phase, which is called as mitosis. Mitosis is actually the division phase. After mitosis, cells divided into two daughter cells. There is another phase which is called as G0 phase. Cells that have temporarily or permanently stopped dividing are said to have entered G0 phase. Some cells remain in G0 phase for indefinite period of time. For example, neurons. Some cells enter into G0 phase semi-permanently. For example, liver cells and kidney cells. From G0 phase, cells can re-enter into interphase. In this diagram, you can see that the cell cycle of cell consists of two major phases. First one is interphase, which is the longest phase of cell cycle. The second one is mitosis, which is actually called the division phase. First, cells enter into interphase. The first phase of interphase is G1 phase, in which cells prepare themselves for genetic duplication. After G1 phase, cells enter into S phase, in which cells duplicate their chromosomes. In S phase, each chromosome consists of two sister chromatids. After S phase, cell enters into G2 phase. In G2 phase, the cell double checks the duplicated chromosomes for errors and perform the repairs if any needed. After G2 phase, the cells enter into mitosis. The mitosis is actually the division phase. After mitosis, the cell divided into two daughter cells. Here you can see that another window is present which is called as G0 phase. In G0 phase, cell stop dividing. In today's lecture, we have discussed about the first phase of cell cycle, which is interphase. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the second phase of cell cycle, which is mitosis. Before discussing mitosis, dear students, you have to learn different phases of interphase. Thank you.